Management. Today we're going to talk about rollovers. Every day along my drive to work, I pass a sign that says, "We can roll over your 401k here." And yes, they can. And yes, you can. The important question, though, is not whether you can, but whether you should. And so, often the honest answer isn't really a slam dunk. It's a maybe. So let's walk through the process together. What is a rollover? A rollover is simply a fancy name given when you move money out of an old workplace retirement plan, like a 401k, a 403b, a thrift savings plan, or a 457. Typically, rollovers are either into a different plan, say your current or new employer's plan, or into an IRA, known as an individual retirement account. Rollovers can and do make sense for a lot of people. There are instances, though, when just because you can roll over your old retirement plan doesn't mean that you should. I like to walk clients through evaluating several components of their plans to see what makes the most sense for them. Number one is cost. Does the plan charge you onerous fees? Are there administrative fees? Does it charge you a fee to access your money? Does it charge you a maintenance fee just for doing nothing? These are things to look out for. And when you're looking at cost, you also want to look at the cost of the investment options in the plan. Are the investment options themselves expensive? Look at something called the expense ratio. The second main thing I look for is the investment options themselves. What fund does your plan offer? Are they expensive? Are they unnecessarily complicated? Do they help you achieve the asset allocation mix that's right for you? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no. And lastly, does your plan offer a self-directed option, which might be your best bet? Looking at these things will help you determine if money should simply stay put in the plan. If you determine, though, that it's time to go, then you still have a couple things to look out for. One, how does your old plan compare to your new plan when evaluating the cost, investment options, and other things we talked about? If your new plan wins out, it might make sense to combine the two. If your new plan doesn't pass muster, or if it doesn't help you achieve your individual goals, now's the time to start talking about a rollover into an IRA, not before. One more thing. Might you want to retire and start drawing money from the account before you're 59 and a half years old? If the answer to that question is yes, then you might still want to put on the brakes about a rollover. If the answer is no, then yes, let's go ahead and talk about an IRA rollover. So now that that's out of the way, what's up with IRA rollovers? I do plenty of these, and yes, they do make sense for a lot of folks. Not if it doesn't pass the test we already talked about. Why? Because there's plenty of crappy workplace retirement plans out there. I see them every day. The most common type of rollover is from a tax-deferred employer plan, like an old 401k, to a tax-deferred account such as a traditional IRA. Completing this transaction retains the same tax status for your monies, meaning that there are no tax implications in the current year. Remember, you contributed to the plan pre-tax. The earnings grow tax-deferred, and you're only taxed when you take money out of the plan, or in this case, out of the IRA, at the time of your retirement. At that time, you're taxed at whatever your individual income tax rate is. Thank you for watching this video about rollovers. As always, you should talk to a professional about your individual circumstances to learn what's right for you. To learn more about Lynchburg Wealth Management, visit us on the web at lynchburgwealth.com or send me an email directly, john@lynchburgwealth.com. Thank you for watching.